Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Legacy Evolution. This is Armada Universe, powerlinx hotshot, and Armada Universe jolt. So this is him in his powerlinx colours, so it is just a redeco of the original figure that was released in Legacy, and of course he now comes with his minicon, which is brilliant. So in this video we're going to open it up in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. He's got loads of more accessories, blast effects, etc. We're going to have a detailed look at him in both modes. We're going to do some comparisons, we're going to bring up some other figures, and yeah, just try and make this, I suppose, as interesting as possible. Right, let's have a look at the back of the box then. So we already know he's going to take 21 steps to transform him, because that's what he did before. These two new guns look brilliant, and I believe the blast effects are orange for the first time. I'm pretty sure I've read that somewhere. And there of course is his minicon. I also think he's got a new head sculpt compared to the original, so we're going to have a look at that as well. I'm loving the fact they've got the Armada logo on the side. This of course is the pulsecon exclusive, and the artwork is brilliant. And there again is Armada thrust by the looks of it, so that's obviously being teased for some time soon. And of course there's the Legacy Evolution artwork on that side. So let's have a look at this. Now, I've not seen any videos on this. I've obviously seen loads of images of this on the internet. Funnily enough, Mark Maher's just updated his Instagram with images of this particular figure, so but I've got still no idea how he's going to be packaged. So he is packaged in robot mode. That looks to be all of his accessories, and then unfortunately, even though I wanted to keep this flowing, I'm going to have to stop the video to set him free from there. Okay then, so I've just literally set him free from the packaging, and the reason why he's lying down still is because I want to show you this. So this is how he was packaged, and of course this looks nothing like how we are going to be displaying him in robot mode. So what you need to do is you need to fold the feet out like so, and then the whole of the backpack is completely mistransformed, but that's because it was just used to hold him in position. So what you need to do is to turn this over on itself, fold these up. You can bring this down into the back as well, turn it around like so. I'm trying to copy what's on the back of this without damaging it. Is that going to bend? Yes it is. It just is really tight. And then bring this down. So that's what you need to do if you're taking him fresh out of the box. It wasn't too difficult. I needed to check my own, in all honesty, as well. So now it's time to do a couple of first impressions. So here's all the blast effects: 2 large parts, 2 medium parts, and 2 end bits. These look like the ones from Victory Saber, to be honest. We've got the 2 new guns, which again, there's the handles which you can pull down. These look pretty good actually. Let's have a look at these. Oh, I can't get, nope, I need to get my nails in on there. We'll just have a look at this one. They look exactly the same. There's a bit of detail on them which looks all right. Don't think they do anything else. Again, I'm going to have a look in a second. We've got the normal weapon which came with the first one. This time it's painted all black. And of course we've got minicon jolt, which looks really good, to be fair. It's interesting how minicons seem to be selling really well, but things like, people want them and they're going to sell well, but Micromasters, nobody wants them. I'd like to know in the comments actually what the main difference is, please, because I don't think there's much, is there? The figure itself though, do we have a different head sculpt? Let's have a look. Yes we do. Apart from the obvious colors, it looks like these. Yes, there is difference there. Is he grimacing? It looks like he's grimacing, whereas he's just more straight faced. Obviously we've got different, slightly different color on the eyes, etc. And I know that obviously the glaring difference is the color, but there is actually a different head sculpt. So he does have the visor as well. He has got articulation as it will spin around. It's a little bit restricted with these, but of course you can lift these out of the way. As you can see though, the head is completely flush, so there's no looking up or down on there, even with the shoulder parts over like so. You can still take the arms right up to the side. They are going to be restricted going backwards and forwards though. There's a swivel underneath, there's a bicep flexion. You can see there's no wrist swivel because it's all fused. We do have a waist swivel. Hips will kick out to the side, full splits, full kick forward, all the way back. Again, if you dodge the kibble on the back, you can pretty much go all the way up. Knee bend, and of course you can see there, there's a hinge, there's an ankle tilt, is there? I'm sure there is. Yeah, there is. Thought I broke it then. I've just disconnected the tab there, I think. But yeah, there is an ankle tilt and a rock. So overall, as we'd expect, lovely looking figure. First impressions are like the colour scheme. What we're going to do now though is have a look at the alternate mode, then we'll come back and do some comparisons and see how he looks with all of these accessories. Okay everybody, we're back. As you can see, he's already in his alternate mode. Transformation process has been uploaded as a tutorial separately, just to keep the main length of this particular video down. So now we're going to see how he looks with all of his accessories. But before we do that, let's have a look at the alternate mode. And pretty much exactly as the same as my first impressions in the first part of the video, I think the red colour scheme on him is working that much better, to be honest. I'm loving these flames on the side there. It's slightly translucent plastic for the window, but you can still, I mean, what I like about it is you can't see too much. You can see that it's not just black paint. You can just about make out a bit of red there, but it's not showing too much, which is really good. Autobot emblem there, which is fantastic. Enough detail there, I think, for the price point, for the bumper and the headlights. Wheels on their own individual pins, and of course they go round no problem whatsoever. So quite a nice chunky sort of sized alternate mode, to be honest. As I say, it's a bit wider. It's not as long as drag strip, but it's a little bit wider, but it's about the same sort of size. In fact, it's not, it's much bigger than JP12, so that sort of gives you an idea of the sort of size that you get in. Really nice, looks really good. And let's do one thing then, let's get him powered up. So what we've got is you've got a choice of which side you want to put these on. I don't think there's a specific way. Again, I think that's the beauty of these figures, that you can just attach them as and where. So I did manage to fold that bit out, which you saw earlier. It does just fold out. You can attach that in to the side of the spoiler like so. I'm probably going to put the blast effects on, to be honest. There of course is the gun that's going to be going on the front. Let's just get rid of that reflection. That's going to fit in nicely. And then for the Minicon, I think looking at this, all we've got to do is disconnect these arms like so, turn this part back. Oh no, keep the tail attached, turn this part back, there we go. Then keep that bit turned over. Yep, that's looking like that. Then reattach these into that cutout there. You've now set this 5mm hole. Much easier to attach this over there, and yeah, there you go, perfect. That's that attached to the back. Brilliant, looks really good. Let's have a look what we can do with these then. So yes, these do stack by the looks of it, exactly the same, as I say, as your Victory Saber. So let's pop them in and see how either A, ridiculous, or B, good it looks. Now the beauty of this is the fact, obviously, you can just put one of them in, you can put them all in. It looks like you can also put them on the back, to be honest. So what we could do is there we go, that's a bit crazy. So what we could do is if we just put these at the front, I'm just guessing now, I'm hoping this is going to work. I've just seen the back. It does look like we can put them on the back. So there's some blast in there. And then on the other side, yep, fingers crossed we can. There is some, I don't know, it's shooting off, shall we say. Oh, there is one on there, but there's not one on that particular one. So again, you can play around with these as much as you want. You don't even have to have them, to be honest. It's just an added bonus. I've just realized you could also, could you, let's have a look, even pop these. Yeah, you can, look, right on the front. So anywhere where you've got a hole that sort of big, these are going to fit on. Great additions, great update, really liking it. But what I want to do now is get him back into robot mode, do some comparisons with the original, and see how he looks completely powered up. Let's have a look at that then. Okay then, we're back in his robot mode, and to be honest, this is where I suppose this figure comes into his own element, because with all of these accessories and effects, there's so much fun that you can have with this particular chap. So let's start off with the Minicon first and foremost, and if we just fold this bit out there, we can, of course, I don't know what a little helicopter in his hands, to be honest, is going to do with regards to firepower. This is completely new to me. As I say, that's what I really like about a lot of these legacy figures. I've got no real experience on Armada at all. I think I have got one of the hotshot figures that I have reviewed, but not this particular one. Now, unfortunately, you can see with this, oh no, it will hold him, it will hold the weight, and that does, it looks okay. But what I'm going to do is have a load of fun with this particular part and all these guns. So this looks like we can do loads of things, so I might just keep it there for now. In fact, and of course I'll put this one in as well just to counterbalance him, because what you can do, and if you remember this from the first one, as in this particular release, which we'll do some more comparisons in a second, you can bring this up and around, you can turn that over, and you can start to attach, especially if we turn it this way, you can start to attach the blast effects if you wanted to. And indeed, yeah, like that, I suppose, have him firing out blast effects from there, which is great. You can of course attach any other 5mm port things to these. We can attach these via the side of him first and foremost if you really wanted to, because we've still got the sides of the spoilers. Now, I've not seen this on any pictures, and that's probably because it's not going to look too good, but let's just see what it does look like. No, it doesn't go at all, but you can, and of course you can put any other 5mm weapons on there. But what we can definitely do is on the back of here, you've got some cutouts in that part there, and if I just fold these up out of the way, you've got a dowel, and you've got the similar, I suppose, cutout there for this on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this in line. Let's see if I can get this for you so you can see what I'm doing. Click it over there. Oh, that is pretty much the way it holds. To be honest, it is a little awkward, so you can see you've got the groove and the tab. So let's pop that there. It's trying to pop out, or unless I put it on the wrong side, I can't have. Right, let's fold this one back and do the same on this side. Pop this down in there as well. Now you can bring this back, rotate these around, and you've got them behind him, which again look great. You can of course, if you wanted to, add all these blast effects to him. That looks like it's just slipped down again. I'll have another look at that in a second, but to be honest, I think it's looked all right because they're both the same height. You've got the advantage of doing that, you've got the advantage of putting these blast effects inside these as well. So I wonder if they'll both fit right next to each other. Let's see. Typically not at the moment, as I'm trying to push that in on there, but you can see what I mean about that. You can keep them stored away. I really like the fact that you can do that. I love it on figures where you can store things away without having to worry about losing them. I'm going to just clip that back down. I'm going to take out these, and we're going to put the larger guns now in his hands. So again, we can fold these down like so. I think this is how it is. Now let's copy this one here. Let's copy the back of the box. So that's going to go in there like so. The larger one goes on the other side. This is probably going to snap my nail, to be honest, but there we go. That will fit in there like so. Yeah, that's pretty much copying the box. And let's do the full blast effect on it to see what it looks like. I suppose, as I say, these particular figures, I know you're paying a premium for blast effects and for extra weapons, but a lot of people do like to take professional photos. A lot of people like to see them, you know, displayed, etc., and do much better photos than I do, in all honesty. So for the people who like to do that, this is brilliant for them. So again, it is a little bit more expensive. You are paying for just a lot of blast effects. I'm just seeing if I can attach that. No, on the side, you know, just for a little blast effects, and indeed some more weapons. But as I say, it just, as you can see, it really does seem to just work. That's too far, I think. I need to put another, oh no, it's going to hold. There you go. It's going to completely hold. Right, let me just bring these down, take all these out of the way, because I want him to look as normal as possible to do a pretty, well, fair comparison, because there's no point showing him with all of these accessories compared to the original. So it is just a colour scheme change with regards to the main colour, and indeed of course the windscreens, as you saw. Obviously they definitely are translucent because you can just see through them, but I'm liking the red. I think the red really does work with it. I know it's a redeco, and again, we always get redeco, so for me that's not a problem. Let's bring in another figure with a mini con, which is there, and I'm going to have a quick go at transforming Jolt. this is going to be pretty embarrassing if I don't get it right straight away. So I've got no idea. I'm just going to see if I can work it out. There's the legs, there's the arms. Let's have a look at the picture. Bring that down. I need to fold that out of the way. I think, no, I'm probably going to break it. I probably need to have a look at the instructions, to be honest, just to see where this is going. I'm sure that was going to come forward, or do I need to spin it around? Let me see this. I said this is completely new to me, and I suppose it also does prove what I was saying. No, it is. I just need to click that round, just be a bit more forceful. I was being a little panicked again with it being new and me having no experience. Right, where's the fist? Let's turn. How am I going to turn that around? The fist is on the underside, so there we go. Or have I got them on the wrong side? They must be. I can't work it out because the fist is on the fist is on the back. That is the right way round. This one looks like it must have popped off. So what I think I'm going to do is, no, I don't know. Have I got something wrong with mine? I've maybe just found out. I'm not going to waste any more time on this particular video looking at it. I think I've got 2 left arms. I have. I've got 2. Oh no, I don't know. I'll have a proper look at that off camera. But there you go. That is, of course, how you do transform him, like so. And that will be, is he going to balance? Let's see if he's going to balance. I need to lift his arms forward, I think, looking at this, to counterbalance him. Is there anything part there for the feet? This is where I'm going wrong. See, these have got to fold out. Yeah, there they do. Sorry for all the people who are just screaming at the camera. You forgot to fold out the heel sprues. There's the heel sprues. Now he stands, no issue whatsoever. So there we go. Let me just bring this guy out of the way. Just because she's here, let's have some idea of some, I suppose, the size of this particular figure. I've got 2 ladies. There you go. Let's bring in some more deluxe figures. So yeah, as we know, perfect size for deluxe. Move these out of the way. Then if we have a look with regards to just a quick Voyager figure, which of course is going to be much bigger. I'm not going to bother bringing in Dreadwing because he's going to completely tower above him. For those of you who collect Generation 1 figures and you want an idea of how big they are, so there you go. The Jolt is a little bit smaller than a Minibot, and Optimus Prime has got a terrible glare. Apologies for that. So again, not as big as a G1 Optimus Prime. For those of you who collect third party, we've got a New Age Prime, Magic Square. I'm just going to do these very quickly because they don't obviously scale very well at all. But do you know what? I think that's pretty much all there is to say about this. There's obviously a multitude of more ways that you can display this and have fun with it. I've had a great time doing this video, to be honest. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Have you ordered one yourself? Or is it one that you're just going to be missing out on because you just don't want a repaint of this particular figure? Either way, let me know in the comments, guys. Take care.